In this video, we'll uncover the top 10 things you should never do in a science lab, ensuring safety and success in your experiments. But before we dive in, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. 1. Eat or drink. Eating, drinking, or chewing gum in a science laboratory is strictly prohibited for several important reasons. First and foremost, labs are often filled with hazardous chemicals, some of which can be toxic or even deadly if ingested. Accidental spills or contamination of food and beverages can occur, leading to inadvertent ingestion of these harmful substances. Furthermore, chemicals can also contaminate the consumables, making them unsafe to consume. This rule is in place to protect the health and safety of the individuals working in the lab, ensuring that they do not unwittingly expose themselves to dangerous chemicals. Additionally, eating or drinking in the lab can compromise the accuracy and integrity of experiments. 2. Improper chemical handling. Proper chemical handling is of paramount importance in a science laboratory due to the potential risks associated with various chemicals. Mishandling or misuse of chemicals can result in accidents, exposure to harmful substances, and compromised experimental outcomes. To prevent these hazards, it is imperative to follow established storage, handling, and disposal procedures as outlined in material safety data sheets, NSDS, and lab manuals. NSDS provide detailed information about the properties, hazards, safe storage, and emergency response measures for each chemical used in the lab. Lab manuals offer specific guidance on how to handle and work with these chemicals safely within the laboratory setting. 3. Wearing loose clothing or jewelry. Wearing loose clothing or jewelry in a science lab can pose serious safety hazards. Loose garments, such as baggy sleeves, flowing scarves, or untucked shirts, can easily get caught in moving machinery or laboratory equipment. For example, if a loose sleeve gets caught in a rotating spindle or a conveyor belt, it can lead to accidents like entanglement, which can result in injuries ranging from minor cuts and bruises to more severe lacerations or even fractures. Loose clothing can also knock over containers or equipment, potentially causing chemical spills or damage to delicate instruments. Jewelry, including rings, necklaces, bracelets, and dangling earrings, can similarly present dangers in the lab. 4. Not wearing closed-toed shoes. Wearing closed-toed shoes is a fundamental safety requirement in a science lab due to the potential risks associated with various laboratory activities. Closed-toed shoes provide essential protection for your feet from accidental spills of chemicals or solutions that could be harmful if they come into contact with your skin. Additionally, in a laboratory environment, there is always the possibility of objects falling, such as glassware, tools, or equipment. Closed-toed shoes act as a barrier to prevent these objects from causing injury, particularly if they were to land on your feet. Furthermore, closed-toed shoes offer stability and support, which is important when working with heavy equipment or when conducting experiments that involve movements or reactions. 5. Neglecting safety equipment. Neglecting safety equipment in a science lab is a serious breach of safety protocols and can lead to a variety of risks and potential harm. Safety gear, including items like goggles, lab coats, gloves, and other protective equipment, is designed to shield individuals from the numerous hazards present in a laboratory setting. Goggles, for example, protect the eyes from chemical splashes, flying debris, and other potential eye injuries. Lab coats serve to shield the skin and clothing from chemical spills and splatters, and they also help prevent contamination. Gloves provide a barrier between the hands and hazardous substances, reducing the risk of chemical exposure or contamination. Ignoring the use of these essential safety items can result in severe consequences, including chemical burns, eye injuries, or contamination that can lead to compromised experimental results. 6. Ignoring labels. Ignoring warning labels on chemicals, equipment, and containers in a science lab is a dangerous oversight that can have severe consequences. These labels contain crucial information about the potential hazards associated with the substances or equipment in use. They provide essential details on safe handling, storage requirements, emergency response procedures, and any special precautions that must be taken. By disregarding these labels, individuals risk exposing themselves and others to potentially harmful situations. For instance, not following a label that indicates a chemical is corrosive or toxic could result in chemical burns or toxic inhalation. Moreover, neglecting to follow warning labels can compromise the accuracy and reliability of scientific experiments. 7. Contaminating samples. Contaminating samples through cross-contamination in a science laboratory is a critical concern as it can lead to unreliable data and compromised experiments. Cross-contamination occurs when traces of one substance are unintentionally introduced into another, often through shared tools, equipment, or even the hands of the researchers. This can significantly affect the validity of experimental results, as the presence of foreign substances can skew measurements, reactions, or observations. For instance, in biological or chemical experiments, even the tiniest trace of another substance can alter the composition of a sample and lead to incorrect findings. 8. Ignoring emergency procedures. Ignoring emergency procedures in a science lab is a reckless and potentially life-threatening oversight. Safety protocols and emergency procedures are in place to safeguard the well-being of individuals working in the laboratory and to mitigate risks associated with potential accidents, fires, or chemical spills. Familiarity with these procedures is crucial for responding swiftly and effectively in case of an emergency. This includes knowing the location of safety showers, eye wash stations, fire extinguishers, and emergency exits. Safety showers and eye wash stations are essential for providing immediate relief in case of chemical spills or eye exposure, as prompt action can significantly minimize the severity of injuries. 9. Leaving equipment unattended. Leaving equipment unattended in a science laboratory is a risky practice that can lead to accidents, damage to equipment, and even fires. This is especially critical when working with heating elements, open flames, or electrical devices. Heating elements and open flames, such as Bunsen burners or hot plates, can cause materials to overheat or ignite if left unattended. This not only poses a fire hazard, but can also result in thermal runaway reactions that may release toxic or volatile substances. Additionally, electrical devices can malfunction, short-circuit, or cause electrical fires if not properly monitored, and leaving them unattended increases the risk of these occurrences. 10. Horseplay. Horseplay, practical jokes, or any form of rough behavior have absolutely no place in a science laboratory. Laboratories are environments where precision, concentration, and safety are paramount. Engaging in horseplay not only disrupts the serious and focused atmosphere needed for scientific research, but can also lead to severe consequences. Practical jokes, even if intended to be harmless, can cause misunderstandings or distractions that may result in accidents or contamination of experiments. This can jeopardize the safety of individuals in the lab and the integrity of the research being conducted. Furthermore, rough behavior and horseplay can lead to the misuse or mishandling of equipment and materials, increasing the risk of accidents. If you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more engaging content. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.